there were some things that began developing in me. And those were realizations, and realizations that if you are a real religion, you can't pick and choose who is drawn to that religion. I mean, there are Christian murderers too, but each Christian denomination can't just close shop and say, well, you can't join. Because if you are a true religion, you can't have that kind of selectivity. Religion is something bigger. Religion isn't a private club, right? So then that brought to mind philosophical questions, like well, what is the meaning of it? What purpose does a religion serve, actually, then, to the community? And if we are supposed to be this kind of anti-religion or a counter-religion, what purpose does that serve, and to who? And so it's just a religion of Anton LaVey's personal friends? Well, then that's not a religion, right? But he had different tiers. He had like his inner circle, and then he had his circle of friends who in fact were outside of the Church of Satan, people that he liked to feel like he could have a kind of Machiavellian, and also Rasputin, the Russian monk Rasputin. He was also very influenced by him. So these were kind of role models for him, that he felt that he, through knowing people in influential circles, whether it was in the entertainment field or other fields, that that he could have some sort of influence over them in some way, in their decision-making, things like that. But then he had the laity of the Church of Satan, which of course, because he was so in his youth, he was very influenced by the carny life, So the laity is what we always referred to as the rubes. Those were the paying customers. The laity were, to quote my father, he would say, they're the stuffing in the mattress. They're what pay the bills.
Right. So that carnival association is extremely interesting. So I'm a real, what would you call, aficionado of the early Disney classic animated movies. And I've spent a lot of time, for example, lecturing about and walking through the story of Pinocchio. And there's a lot of mysteries in that animated movie, which is about the attempts of someone striving forward to free themselves from the invisible strings that control them, right? Because Pinocchio's a marionette and he's trying to become a real person. Well, the first temptation that he encounters, this took me a long time to figure out, the first temptation he encounters is to become an actor. Like, he gets picked up by the coachman, this Italian character, who's a traveling carny, and he's put on the stage as a puppet, right? And the Italian carnival director claims that he's going to make him a star, but imprisons him, essentially. And it took me a long time to understand. I thought, well, this is so strange, because this is a Hollywood movie, and yet actor is put in an extraordinarily negative light. And I thought, actor. And then it seems obvious in retrospect, but it wasn't to begin with, that, well, it's a parody of accomplishment, right? To be an actor is to have all of the, what would you call, the trappings of the real thing, but not to do any of the work. Exactly. It's a persona. And there's not, well, and you said, you're tilting continually towards a description of your father, essentially as a Carnival Barker. And you said, for example, that when you were trying to work through some of the deeper philosophical implications of the accusations that were coming your family's way, his insistence constantly was to play up his association with high-level celebrities,